Have you ever caught yourself looking in the mirror and wondering, why do I feel like I'm aging faster than I should? Maybe it's those extra wrinkles, or perhaps the fatigue that seems to linger just a little longer than it used to. Whatever the reason, you're not alone in asking this question. It seems like no matter how much we try to take care of ourselves, there are factors in our lives that can age us faster than we expect. But what if I told you that some of these factors are hidden right under our noses, and they could be easily adjusted or even reversed with the right habits and mindset? In today's video, we're going to dive into something that's probably been on your mind for a while: the hidden factors that are accelerating the aging process. Yes, there are things you might be doing without even realizing it that are making you feel older than you should. We're going to break them down one by one and provide practical tips on how to reverse these hidden aging factors. By the end of this video, you'll have the knowledge to start feeling younger, more energized, and more vibrant than ever. Now, let me ask you, how many times have you heard someone say, "I don't feel as young as I used to," or "I just can't keep up like I used to"? It's a common conversation. And the truth is that aging doesn't have to happen the way we expect. Sure, we all get older, but many of the signs of aging that we experience, whether it's looking or feeling tired or worn out, don't have to be inevitable. There are things you can do to slow down the process, and you don't have to wait for it to happen. Let's start by looking at the hidden factors that might be sneaking up on you. So let's dive in. The first hidden factor that might be speeding up the aging process is something we all deal with, but might not think about much: stress. 1. The stress factor, more than just a feeling. I know, stress is a word we hear a lot. We often associate it with work deadlines, family responsibilities, or life's general demands. But here's the thing. Stress is more than just a feeling. It has real physical consequences on your body, and they're not pretty. Over time, chronic stress can wreak havoc on your health in ways that can make you feel older faster. When you're stressed, your body releases a hormone called cortisol, which is great in short bursts. It's your body's natural fight or flight response. But when you're under constant stress, your body stays in this heightened state for longer than it should, and that's when problems arise. Elevated cortisol levels can lead to things like increased inflammation, which is a major contributor to a variety of age-related issues such as arthritis, heart disease, and even memory loss. High cortisol can also negatively impact your sleep, leaving you feeling tired, fatigued, and mentally drained. Think about the last time you felt really stressed. Maybe it was a big life change, a financial worry, or something that was just too much to handle at once. Did you notice any changes in your body? Perhaps you didn't sleep as well, or you felt your mood shifting in ways you couldn't explain. These are signs that stress is having an effect on you, and it's speeding up the aging process. But here's the good news. You don't have to let stress control your life. There are simple, effective ways to manage it. Mindfulness practices like meditation, deep breathing, and even just taking a walk outside can do wonders to reduce cortisol levels and put you in a more relaxed state. If stress has been a constant in your life, start small, maybe with just 5 minutes of quiet time each day. You'd be surprised at how even short moments of mindfulness can make a huge difference over time. If you're someone who feels like stress is something you can't escape, try to change your mindset. Instead of seeing it as something that's happening to you, reframe it as something you can control. Even small lifestyle changes, like getting more sleep, cutting down on caffeine, and adding more calming activities to your day, can give your body the break it needs to heal and recover. And the more you manage stress effectively, the younger you'll feel. 2. Inactivity. Why sitting too much is speeding up your aging. Here's another surprising factor that's making you age faster than you think: inactivity. We've all heard how important exercise is, but in today's world, many of us spend hours sitting down, whether it's at a desk watching TV, or even just relaxing with our phones. And while it may feel like a comfortable way to spend the day, being sedentary for long periods can cause a lot of harm to your body. As we age, our muscle mass naturally declines, and when we don't use our muscles enough, they start to weaken even faster. The body becomes less efficient, leading to loss of flexibility, balance issues, and even joint pain. In fact, recent studies have shown that sitting for long periods of time can increase your risk of heart disease, diabetes, and even early death. Yes, it's that serious. But here's the great part. You don't need to do hours of exercise every day to reverse the effects of inactivity. The key is finding ways to move throughout the day. It could be as simple as standing up every 30 minutes to stretch, walk around your house, or take a quick stroll outside. Little bursts of movement add up over time. If you enjoy more structured exercise, activities like walking, swimming, or even Tai Chi can help you stay mobile and strong as you age. And trust me, you don't have to be doing intense workouts to see the benefits. Movement is what's most important. Imagine this. You're taking a leisurely walk in the morning, enjoying the fresh air and getting your body moving. You feel energized, your joints are loosening up, and your mood is lifting. The simple act of getting up and moving, even if it's just for a few minutes, will work wonders for your overall health. Over time, you'll notice that you're not only aging slower, but you'll feel stronger, healthier, and more mentally sharp too. 3. Poor sleep habits, the silent aggravator of aging. If you've ever been awake at 3 a.m., tossing and turning, you know how exhausting it can be. It's not just frustrating, it's damaging to your body. Sleep is a critical part of the aging process, and if you're not getting enough of it, your body simply can't repair itself properly. That's right, the hours you spend sleeping aren't just about resting, they're about rejuvenating your cells and supporting your immune system. So, what happens if you aren't getting enough sleep? First, your body can't regenerate at the rate it needs to, which leads to premature aging. Poor sleep has been linked to wrinkles, fine lines, and even changes in your skin texture. But it goes deeper than that. Chronic sleep deprivation can increase cortisol levels, contributing to the stress we talked about earlier, and it can weaken your immune system, leaving you more susceptible to illnesses. Even more concerning, poor sleep can significantly affect brain function, leading to memory loss and cognitive decline. So, in a way, when you're not getting enough sleep, you're also putting your brain at risk for faster aging. The solution is simpler than you might think. Start by establishing a sleep routine. This could mean going to bed at the same time each night, avoiding screens at least an hour before bed, and making your bedroom a relaxing, sleep-friendly space. You might also consider trying some gentle relaxation techniques before bed, like reading a book, drinking a cup of chamomile tea, or listening to calming music. The goal is to create a calm environment that signals to your body that it's time to rest. As we've seen today, stress, inactivity, and poor sleep habits can significantly accelerate the aging process. These are 3 hidden factors that may be speeding up your aging without you even realizing it. But here's the thing, these factors can be managed and controlled with small, practical changes in your daily routine. And by doing so, you can start feeling younger, more energized, and healthier as you age. Now that we've covered these first 3 hidden aging factors, let's move on to the next one. And it's one that many people overlook, your nutrition. Stay tuned, because we've got more insights to help you look and feel your best. Now that we've covered stress, inactivity, and poor sleep habits, it's time to address something that's probably right in front of you every single day: your nutrition. That's right, what you're eating, or perhaps what you're not eating, could be a significant factor in how quickly you're aging. It's not just about counting calories or avoiding junk food. It's about the quality of the foods you're putting into your body and how they impact your overall health. It's easy to get caught up in the day-to-day rush, grabbing whatever is convenient for the sake of time. But over time, these habits can have long-term effects on how we feel and look. The foods you choose play a huge role in things like energy levels, skin health, and even your risk for chronic diseases. And believe it or not, poor nutrition can actually speed up the aging process. For example, if you're not getting enough nutrients or vitamins, it can make your body more vulnerable to things like inflammation, oxidative stress, and a weakened immune system, factors that age us much faster than we expect. So, let's dig a little deeper into the nutritional habits that could be undermining your youthfulness and what you can do to turn it around. For the impact of poor diet, nutrition, and aging. You've probably heard that you are what you eat, and when it comes to aging, that couldn't be more true. A diet high in processed foods, sugars, and unhealthy fats can cause your body to age at a faster rate. These foods are full of empty calories, which means they offer little nutritional value while contributing to inflammation in your body. Inflammation is often called the silent killer because it can lead to a whole host of health problems such as arthritis, diabetes, heart disease, and even cognitive decline. One of the key culprits behind this is sugar. Excessive sugar consumption contributes to something known as glycation, which happens when sugar molecules attach themselves to proteins and fats in your body, forming harmful compounds called advanced glycation end products, AGEs. These AGEs are linked to a breakdown in collagen and elastin, which are the fibers that keep your skin looking youthful and elastic. So, when you consume too much sugar, you're actually speeding up the aging of your skin and causing wrinkles to form more quickly. But it's not just sugar that's at fault here. Trans fats, found in many packaged foods and fast food, also increase your risk of inflammation and accelerate aging. These unhealthy fats can make your body less efficient in processing nutrients, which means your cells aren't getting what they need to repair and rejuvenate themselves. Over time, this can make you feel sluggish and cause your body to age faster. So, what can you do about it? First and foremost, make sure you're getting plenty of whole, nutrient-dense foods. Focus on eating more fruits and vegetables, lean proteins like fish and chicken, and healthy fats like those found in olive oil, avocados, and nuts. These foods not only provide the vitamins and minerals your body needs to function optimally, but they also help reduce inflammation and protect your cells from oxidative stress. One of the best things you can add to your diet is antioxidant-rich foods like berries, leafy greens, and green tea. Antioxidants are like little soldiers that protect your cells from the damage caused by free radicals. Free radicals are unstable molecules that can cause damage to your body's tissues, leading to premature aging. By eating a variety of antioxidant-rich foods, you're helping to slow down the aging process and maintain your health for longer. But let's not forget about protein either. As we age, it's more important than ever to maintain muscle mass, and the best way to do that is by eating enough high-quality protein. Protein helps repair and rebuild muscle tissue, and it can also help keep your bones strong. So, if you're not already, try to incorporate lean protein sources into every meal, such as chicken, turkey, fish, tofu, or legumes. 5. Hydration, the overlooked secret to younger skin and energy. Moving on, let's talk about something that's often overlooked in the conversation about aging: hydration. You've probably heard that water is essential to our health, but did you know that not drinking enough water can contribute to premature aging? Our skin, in particular, is extremely sensitive to dehydration, and if you aren't properly hydrated, it can start to look dry, flaky, and more wrinkled than it needs to be. Water is a key component of maintaining your skin's elasticity. Without it, your skin can't repair itself properly, and your body will struggle to flush out toxins. In fact, when you're dehydrated, your body is essentially in a constant state of stress, which, as we know from earlier, accelerates aging. And it's not just your skin that suffers. Dehydration can also make you feel sluggish, fatigued, and even affect your mental clarity. You may find it harder to concentrate or feel more tired than usual. That's because proper hydration is crucial for brain function as well as for keeping your energy levels up. So, how can you stay hydrated and combat these effects? The easiest way is to make sure you're drinking plenty of water throughout the day. But don't just rely on plain water all the time. Incorporate herbal teas or infused waters with fruits like lemon, berries, or cucumber. These are refreshing and can provide additional antioxidants, which, as we talked about earlier, are important for fighting the effects of aging. One way to track your hydration is by paying attention to the color of your urine. If it's a pale yellow, you're likely drinking enough water. But if it's darker, it's time to drink more. And remember, drinking water isn't just about preventing dry skin. It's also about keeping your organs, muscles, and joints functioning properly, so don't skip out on this essential step. 6. The hidden dangers of overconsumption. Too much of a good thing can be harmful. While it's important to focus on adding the right nutrients into your diet, it's just as crucial to avoid overconsumption of certain foods. For example, while healthy fats like avocado and nuts are beneficial, they are also high in calories, and eating too much can lead to weight gain. Maintaining a healthy weight is critical in preventing conditions like high blood pressure, diabetes, and joint pain, all of which contribute to the aging process. Another area where overconsumption can affect aging is with alcohol. We all enjoy a glass of wine or a cocktail now and then, but excessive alcohol intake can significantly speed up aging. Alcohol dehydrates your body, disrupts sleep, and increases inflammation. Over time, it can damage your liver, your heart, and your skin, making you look and feel older than you should. As we've seen, nutrition is a huge factor in how quickly we age. By cutting back on processed foods, eating more whole foods, staying hydrated, and avoiding overconsumption of certain items like alcohol, you can significantly slow down the aging process. These changes may seem small at first, but trust me, over time, the effects will be life-changing. Now that we've addressed these 4 hidden factors, stress, inactivity, poor sleep habits, and nutrition, there's still one more area I want to cover that plays a big role in aging: your mindset. Let's take a look at how your attitude toward aging can affect how you feel and how fast you age. Stay tuned, we're almost there. As we near the end of our discussion, we're about to tackle a topic that is often overlooked, but maybe one of the most important aspects of aging well: your mindset. That's right, the way you think about aging and how you feel emotionally can significantly influence how your body responds over time. You've probably heard it said that attitude is everything, but it turns out that when it comes to aging, this statement couldn't be more accurate. The truth is, if you hold a negative view of aging or constantly think about the physical limitations that come with it, you might be inadvertently speeding up the aging process. Research shows that people who view aging as something to fear, resist, or dread tend to have worse health outcomes than those who embrace it with positivity. So, let's take a closer look at how your mindset can impact your aging process, and more importantly, how you can shift it to your advantage. 7. The power of positive thinking, changing how you view aging. It's a natural part of life to grow older, but as you've probably noticed, some people seem to age more gracefully than others. What's their secret? Well, one of the biggest differences might just be how they think about getting older. Studies have shown that people who have a positive outlook on aging tend to live longer, healthier lives. When you maintain a growth mindset about aging, your brain and body respond in ways that encourage vitality and resilience. On the other hand, when you see aging as something to be feared or resisted, your body actually releases stress hormones that can contribute to physical decline. So, how can you adopt a more positive mindset about aging? One strategy is to reframe the narrative you tell yourself about getting older. Instead of focusing on what you can no longer do, try to focus on what you can do. Embrace the wisdom and experience that comes with age. You've had decades of life lessons, and that in itself is something to be proud of. It's important to remind yourself that getting older doesn't mean giving up. It's simply an opportunity to grow, experience, and continue learning. Also, try to keep your sense of humor and find joy in the little things. Being able to laugh at yourself, take life a little less seriously, and find moments of lightness can significantly improve your health. A positive attitude will not only make you feel better emotionally, but will also influence your physical health in profound ways. 8. The role of social connections, staying engaged and avoiding isolation. Now, let's talk about another critical factor that can affect how quickly you age: your social connections. It's easy to think that as you get older, it's normal to become more isolated. Maybe you've noticed that your friends and family are busier than ever, or perhaps you've moved into a new phase of life and find yourself spending more time alone. The thing is, loneliness and social isolation are actually linked to a number of health problems that can accelerate the aging process. Research consistently shows that people with strong social connections, whether it's family, friends, or a community, tend to live longer and healthier lives. These social bonds provide emotional support, reduce stress, and give you a sense of purpose. In fact, feeling connected to others can help reduce the risk of depression, heart disease, and even cognitive decline. When you're socially engaged, you're more likely to stay active, both mentally and physically. On the flip side, isolation can have a negative impact on your physical and mental health. Studies have shown that people who experience chronic loneliness are at a higher risk of developing conditions like high blood pressure, cognitive decline, and weakened immune systems. So, it's important to find ways to stay connected to others, whether that's through family gatherings, volunteering, joining a club, or simply staying in touch with friends over the phone. But it's not just about quantity, it's about quality. Having a few close, meaningful relationships can be far more beneficial than having a large circle of acquaintances. So, nurture those friendships that bring you joy, and don't be afraid to reach out to others when you're feeling lonely. 9. The importance of staying mentally active. We've spent a lot of time talking about physical health, but mental health is just as important in the aging process. Staying mentally active can help you preserve your cognitive function, prevent memory loss, and even improve your mood. One of the biggest challenges as we age is the decline in mental sharpness. However, just like physical exercise helps your body, mental exercise helps your brain. Engaging in activities like reading, doing puzzles, learning new skills, or even playing games that challenge your brain can keep your mind sharp. It's important to keep learning and exposing yourself to new experiences. Try picking up a new hobby, learning a new language, or taking an online course. Even just staying socially engaged and having meaningful conversations with others can exercise your brain in ways that help keep it active. One great activity is playing musical instruments. Research shows that playing music is excellent for your cognitive health because it involves multiple areas of the brain, including memory, attention, and coordination. If you've always wanted to learn how to play the piano or guitar, now could be the perfect time to start. Or, if music isn't your thing, consider learning how to cook new dishes, practice drawing or painting, or try a new fitness class that challenges both your body and mind. 10. A few final thoughts, embracing the golden years. As we reach the end of our conversation, I want to leave you with a final thought. Aging is not something to fear. It's something to embrace. Every day is an opportunity to live fully, stay engaged, and take care of your health, both physically and mentally. Sure, aging brings about changes in our bodies, but it doesn't mean we have to feel old or powerless. It's about making choices that allow you to live your best life at any age. So, keep focusing on what you can control. Eating a healthy diet, staying active, managing stress, keeping a positive mindset, and nurturing your social connections. These are all simple yet powerful ways to slow down the aging process and stay healthy and happy as you age. Remember, aging is a journey, not a destination. Every new year is a chance to become wiser, more compassionate, and more in tune with yourself. It's never too late to make changes that benefit your health and well-being. So take these tips to heart, embrace the aging process with confidence, and know that you are in control of how you age. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope this video has given you some valuable insights into what's really going on behind the scenes when it comes to aging. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more tips on living a healthier, happier life. Here's to aging with grace, energy, and vitality. Stay well, and take care of yourself today and always.